Hello, lovelies. This is Yvonne from My Soul's Calling, and I felt very compelled and called to do a reading for the collective again. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through the 12 zodiac signs, and I'm going to pull one tarot card and two oracle cards for each zodiac sign. And we're going to see what comes through for each sign. I am an intuitive reader, and I also communicate with my angels, so they're the ones who bring forward the messages. I'm simply the vessel. And we'll see what messages they have for each of the zodiac signs, and let's see what's coming up for us, okay? Again, this is a general reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, which I am currently doing personal readings, you may reach out to me by messaging me here on this video, or also at mysoulscalling@yahoo.com. That is my email. If you send me a message there, we can go ahead and then schedule a personal reading for you. Okay, so since we are in Leo season, I'm going to start off with Leo. And because we're having the energies of Lionsgate and the 8/8 portal, August 8th, coming up very soon, which is tremendous energies, a super portal for manifesting. This is a great time to do your vision boards, write your things down, anything that you want to call in, something that you've been working for a long time, and you've been trying to have this manifest in your life. Be very clear and concise as to what it is that you want to call in. Write it down. That's the best form of manifesting. Write it down so that your thoughts are clear, so that what you are wanting to bring in, so that you write it down with detail, exactly what you want, so that God, Source, the universe, has no confusion as to what they're going to bring for you. Okay? All right, lovelies. So let's see. If you like this content, if you like this video, if you like me and you resonate with me, I invite you to please like and subscribe to this channel. Share it with those that you think would be interested in this type of content. This is barely my second video on YouTube, so I greatly appreciate your love and support. Okay, lovely. So let's see. I'm going to first do the tarot, then I'll go to the other two oracle cards, oracle decks, and then we'll see what comes out. And then based on those cards and what messages I receive, I'll read what is coming up for each sign. All right, Leo. So thank you, Heavenly Holy Angels. What messages do you have here for those individuals, for the sign of Leo? No matter where their placement is on their chart, sun, moon, rising, even Venus. Thank you. Okay, now let's see from these other two oracle decks. Dearest angels, please, what do you have for those under the sign of Leo? What messages and guidance do you have for them? What is it that they need to know right now that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good? Thank you. Thank you, angels. What other messages and guidance do you have for those that find themselves under the sign of Leo, please? Wow. Gorgeous. Okie doke. So, my loves, for those that are under the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, 7 of Wands. We have 7 of Wands, faraway places, and it says, get ready for new horizons. And then we have the other oracle card that says, love. So what I'm intuitively getting, my dears, is that there may have been challenges that you are facing, whether it's in an actual relationship that you are in, or if it's a connection that hasn't yet turned into a formal relationship, but there is still that love and emotional connection with someone else. I feel that there have been challenges within this connection. And there may have been times where you've wanted to throw in that towel and just say, I am so done. But yet, that love that you have for this person, that connection is so strong that you continue to hold on. You continue to try to work through those challenges. And what I am intuitively getting with this is that when it says faraway places, I don't feel this is literally physically. I feel that your resilience and you persevering even through these challenges because of the love that you have for one another within this connection, that there are new changes, positive changes that are on the way for you. And the message here is to continue to remain strong, to remain faithful in and trusting that this is going to come together. It's going to work itself out. Okay, loves? Alrighty. Next, we're going to go to my Virgos, which I am a Virgo as well. Sun Virgo. Dearest angels, what do you have for my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please? What messages do you have for my Virgos? What do they need to know at this time that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good? What do they need to know? Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. What do my Virgos need to know at this time, please, that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good? What do they need to know at this time, please? What messages and guidance, angels, do you have for my Virgos? Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, dearest angels. What messages do you have for my Virgos? Ooh, Nelly. I like it. Okay, loves. Three of Wands. This, I know this here says communication, but again, I'm an intuitive reader, and this is just what the author of this particular deck wrote for this. Okay? But I feel that there are, not just that it's communication, but there is going to be physical contact, meaning communication that takes place physically because somebody is making a choice either to travel, to see the other person if you are at a geographical distance or you just haven't seen each other for a while. I feel that there is, again, the connection. This is very much love. Love is on the table. Okay? And that's typically what my readings, even personal readings, usually come up with love. Because all you need is love. So I feel that if there has been any distance or any miscommunication, if there have been misunderstandings, arguments, I feel that that is soon going to be clarified. There is going to be communication that comes that leaves you with that sense of, ooh, thank you. I needed to have that clarity. The next card that we have here, it says uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. I feel strongly that with this communication, there are going to be revelations of what is said that probably you needed to hear, that bring clarity that probably this other person hasn't shared with you, or vice versa. And really opening up that heart. That's where the communication is going to come from. The heart is part of where that treasure lies, right? The feelings, the emotions, the love, right? That communication is really going to be open, just like it shows this treasure box here, how the treasure in within this communication is going to be that which is said, which is shared, that you so desperately needed to hear and to have clarified. And then the third card here is miracles. So if this is something that you have been waiting for such a long time, or your person has, the roles can be reversed. Apply it to however it works for your situation, okay? But it feels that with this miracles, it feels like if you have been waiting for such a long time to hear this from this other person, for them to really open up about their emotions and about where this connection is headed, it's happening, okay? To where previously, if there was just misunderstanding, miscommunications, it just felt like we just weren't getting anywhere, that's all going to be clarified with this communication that is coming. So be ready for it, okay? Awesome. Wonderful, wonderful. Libras, dearest angels, what do you have for those under the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Under the sign of Libra, please. And my loves, I just want you to know, when you are listening to readings with whomever it is, if you're looking at the videos under your sun sign, I encourage you to check out your birth charts. There's several websites that offer free birth charts so that you can see where your placements are, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, so that when you're actually viewing readings, you can take a look at those other placements that you have in your chart that will help you to put together the story in a more profound way, right? For example, myself, I'm Virgo Sun, but I also have placements. I'm Libra Rising, I'm Taurus Moon, I'm Cancer, Venus Cancer. So I look at those different readings for under those placements, and it really helps to put together the greater picture of your story. Okay, thank you for the jibber jabber, Yvonne. Just wanted to give you so that you guys have a greater insight, because it's not just what's under your sun sign. Alrighty, lovely. So for Libra angels, what do you have for my wonderful lovelies under the sign of Libra, please? What do you have for them? What? Wow. Gorgeous. Thank you. What do you have for Libra, please? For those. Beautiful. Angels, what do you have for those lovelies under the sign of Libra, please? What do they need to know right now that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good, please, angels? Thank you, angels. What do you have for those under the sign of Libra? Ooh. 2 cards out of this deck came out, and I'm going to take it because that's what they're indicating. So very interesting. All right, lovelies. So the tarot card that you got is the Strength card. It says bravery. Okay. I'm getting 2 messages because I'm feeling a relationship, but I'm also feeling a change. Libra is wanting to make a change. And I feel very strongly that this change has to do with something that you do in regards to your profession, to work. It may be that there is, what I'm feeling is that there's a change, that there's something that you have been wanting to do for quite some time. And you've contemplated doing that as your actual profession. But then it's that worry, because I have a card here that says uncertainty, a worry that indicates that you're unsure, right? That by you changing or making this change if you're going to have sufficient funds, right, to keep afloat. And they're indicating that yes, you will, but it's also to proceed with caution and not just leaving everything at once unless you are financially prepared to do so. But if you are not, it's to start making those steps that take you into that which you truly are desiring to do. So that it doesn't feel that when you finally make that full change, it doesn't feel like you just literally went from one thing to another and then there was an area of, ooh, am I prepared to make this transition immediately like this? Okay, so it's taking those steps, but also knowing you have the card here of miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Sorry, I read that so slowly because I'm reading it off the screen and backwards. Ooh, what talent. But it's letting you know that the more you pursue what is truly of your heart's desire, the more you are going to be supported by your celestial team, by God, by your angels, by your spirit guides, by your ascended masters. You are going to have this support. You're going to be guided in the right direction, and things are going to start to fall into place so that when you are fully ready, you can make that full transition into what you truly want to do. But that it's time to take those steps now. Even if there is that fear of uncertainty, take them. And I want to show you the two cards that came out from this same deck is the Strength card. So you got the Strength card as your tarot card, and you got the Strength card as your oracle card. So it's knowing that you have everything that it takes, right, to have that courage as well, and the trust in knowing that you are being divinely guided to your greatest purpose. And they also made me feel that in regards to relationship, if you are not comfortable in the situation that you are in, if it is no longer bringing you that happiness, then it's time to step away. It's time to walk away from that is no longer serving you. And you do so in a manner that is respectful and honoring the other person, but also having that strength in saying, I'm no longer happy here, and everybody deserves happiness. So those are the two messages that I got together with Libra, for Libra. Okay, all right. So next we're going to go to Scorpio. Thank you, dear Heavenly Holy Angels. What do we have for our lovelies under the sign of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for our friends and lovelies under the sign of Scorpio, please. What is it that you have for them that they need to know at this time? Oh my. Okay. The objective is one card, but whatever the angels bring out, we're going to go with that. Thank you, angels. Thank you. Thank you, angels. What other messages and guidance do you have for the lovelies under the sign of Scorpio, please? What do you have for the lovelies under the sign of Scorpio? What do they need to know right now that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good? Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, my loves. Your first tarot card that we have here is King of Pentacles. And then your second card that we have here is Judgment. So what I'm getting here, my loves, is very similar to what I got for Libra in regards to change. And I don't know if the change here is change in profession or actual change as in we're moving. If there is something that you have been contemplating on doing, now is the time to do it. It is going to bring forward fruit. Your change is going to be fruitful. So if this is a change in your job, in your profession, where you are headed towards is going to be more abundant than where you are right now. But it is important that you start to take action now in order to do so. Again, divine guidance. It feels like this to me right now feels I'm either changing my profession or I'm changing the location where I live. And I may have been here for a long time, whether it's at work or where I live. I feel like I have been here for many years. I'm very comfortable with my surroundings. And therefore, any change that I even contemplate making is frightful, right? But I feel that where you are has felt stagnant. It feels like there hasn't been much change, and it's something that you feed off of. So it says narrow pathway, and it's like, okay, I don't see any how do I put it? I don't feel that I'm no longer challenged if this has to do with the profession. And if this has to do with a change of home and location where you find yourself, it feels like I'm not, I no longer feel fulfilled. And this is both in your location, in work. Like, I no longer feel fulfilled. I feel that there is more out there. I just don't know where out there is. That may be, okay? But wherever you go, whether it's your change in your profession, a change in your location, where you are headed is where you need to be. This card indicates growth, because where you currently are, it feels again like it's been stagnant, like what you have to offer in regards to a job, it no longer feels that you're able to do that anymore. Like, I've given it all that I can, and then there's no more room to grow, literally. And then if your thought is in changing the location in which you live, it feels like I need to turn a new leaf. And by doing so, there's going to be so much positive growth for you. And I love that this is a 44. Fours are you knowing that your angels, your celestial team is always with you. Again, divine guidance. Know that you are being divinely guided. Alrighty, that was for Scorpios. Now we're going to our lovelies for Sagittarius. Thank you, dearest angels. What do you have for those lovelies under the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? What messages do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Sagittarius that they need to be aware of right now? What do they need to know that is going to best serve their highest and greatest good? What do our lovelies under the sign of Sagittarius need to receive at this time, please? What do they need to be made aware of? Okay. That was a lot of cards. I'm going to take what they give me. Who am I to say no? Thank you, angels. What messages do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Sagittarius that they need to be made aware of at this moment, please? What do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Sagittarius that they need to be made aware of? What do they need to know at this time, please? Thank you. Thank you, angels. What do our friends under the sign of Sagittarius need to be made aware of, please? What other messages? What other messages? For our lovelies under the sign of Sagittarius, angels, what messages do you have for them to think? Wow, okay. I'm going to take the one that revealed itself to me. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you the 3 cards that came out for the tarot. And this is the 7 of Swords. So I know 7 of Swords can sometimes talk about somebody being deceitful, cheating, lying, all of those good things. But what I'm feeling here is kind of like, it gives me almost the feeling of the 10 of Wands, where it's like I feel overburdened, or I do feel that maybe I have not been appreciated, that I have not been valued. This feels to me, again, a lot of things of relationships, but also changes in work. I feel, again, this has to do with profession, okay? I feel that I am not being valued. I have not been valued. Almost like if others have taken credit for those things that I have brought to the table, right? And it's time for a change. So if you have been contemplating seeking other employment, changing other employment, or starting something new completely on your own, this World card here that talks about a cycle closing in your life so that a new one begins, this is saying absolutely yes, it's time, and you're being encouraged to make that change. Okay? And I strongly feel that this has to do with something that you do as far as work, employment, your profession, whatever you do there. Okay? 3 of Pentacles, this is talking about that where you move forward, the changes that you're going to make, wherever that you're going to move, it's going to be very different, a very different environment to where you are currently finding yourself. It's going to be one where you feel that it's more like family, more so than just like work. But you're being encouraged to start to make those changes, okay? And I want to show you, look at this, the view from above, okay? Get the big picture. This feels very much to me like the World card, right? Because she's literally in a hot air balloon. She doesn't know exactly where this is going to take her, right? But know that where this chapter, this new chapter is taking you to is going to be absolutely positive. And it's one that needs to happen now, because I feel this contemplation has been sitting with you for quite some time. And so now it's time to get a new perspective, right? As to what would it feel like to make this change, to take this leap of faith into something new, whether it is that you change the company that you're working for, or that you start something that you've been wanting to for yourself. And where this hot air balloon is taking you is to happiness, is to fulfillment, is to contentment. But you have to start moving your thoughts and desires and putting them into actions so that you do start reaping the rewards of this happiness. All right, Sagittarius, that was wonderful. Okay, so now for my lovelies of Capricorn. It's funny, I said Capricorn and your card is the one. I know, right? I know Capricorn sometimes like, why does it have to be the Devil card? Devil card doesn't always have to be something negative at all. All right. Thank you, angels. What do you have? What messages and guidance do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? What messages do you have for the lovelies under the sign of Capricorn, please? What do they need to know right now that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good, please? What messages do you have that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good, please? Thank you. Thank you, angels. What messages do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Capricorn? What do they need to receive at this time, please? What messages do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Capricorn, please? Thank you. Thank you, dearest angels. What messages do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Capricorn? What do they need to know right now at this time? What do they need to know at this moment, please, angels? What other messages do you have? Awesome. Yay. Okay, my Cappies. You get the Page of Pentacles. So this is, if there is something that you have been working hard on, right? Whether it's within your work or a business or a side hustle, there is going to be a change as far as extra coming in. Okay, so the hard work that you have put in to whatever it is that you are doing for a living, it's going to start to reap additional benefits that you probably weren't expecting. So keep an eye out for that, okay? But with that in mind, it's also asking you, with watching the clouds, and it says, lie back, rest, and relax. It's also indicating that because Capricorns are hard workers, they are go, 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 go getters, right? It's also necessary to take time for yourself, right? I know this talks about relaxation and resting. This is bringing to me also health, taking care of your health. If it's been a while that you've gotten like blood work done or anything of that nature, just get a checkup. Just get a checkup just to make sure that everything is a-okay. Okay, it's taking that time for self-care. Something that I think maybe because you've just been so busy, you've kind of put that part on the back burner, and it's the message that I'm getting very strongly intuitively is that to start taking care of yourself a little more, okay? Because what you've been working hard towards, that's going to start to bring forth fruit, right? And it's here with this other card of success. So you've already put in the work. You're still doing the work. I know you don't stop working, but know, right, that that abundance is coming in, okay? But it's also very, very, very important. The message is coming loud and clear of taking care of yourself, okay? If you have to take a doctor's visit, a spa day, just a day to just sleep and eat, right? That's coming very strongly for me for Capricorn. But know that the seeds that you have planted, I know this is a page, and I know, but it's almost like, hey, we want you to know that what you've been working so hard to, okay, now you're going to start reaping the benefits, the rewards from that. Okay, it may just come out as a page, but look, it's bringing you the success that you have been hoping for and working towards. Okay, lovelies? Awesome, awesome. So some messages for some signs may be a little more detailed or maybe a little bit longer. It's just whatever the angels are bringing forward, okay? So I'm not choosing which sign to read the longest for. Thank you, angels. Now for our lovelies under the sign of Aquarius. What do you have, dearest angels, for our lovelies under the sign of Aquarius? Thank you. Thank you, angels. What do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Aquarius, please? Thank you. Thank you, dear angels. What do you have for those lovelies under the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, love. So you got, from this one deck, you got 3 cards. So I'm just taking them, okay? So the first card that I have here is the Page of Swords. For me, what this is telling me is there is either something that you have contemplating either in learning or putting into practice, because you have this card here that says stillness. So what I'm being given intuitively is that you have taken the time to either study something, learn something, right? That's the stillness that comes with this Page of Swords. I have gained knowledge on whatever topic it is that you've been investigating, exploring, learning. And there's going to come a time very soon in the near future in which you're going to put that knowledge into practice. So if there's something that you've been studying for or even contemplating studying for to either help you in the business that you are or to create your own business, it's time to do that, because I have these two additional cards here of leadership and renewal. I feel that what you are working towards, or whether it's learning, taking new courses, that it's going to help you grow, not only in your business, in the company that you work for, but if you wanted to implement your very own business. Okay, because again, this year 2023 is bringing many changes for the collective. Okay, a lot of people where they, and I've seen this in many readings, where they have been working for a company are now ready to work for themselves, right? For many, many reasons. Everybody has their own reasons, right? But I feel again with this renewal card that there is something that you have been working towards learning, whether you've gone to school for this or it's, a short course that you're taking, but it's knowledge that you are gaining that is going to help you apply this not only to where you currently are, but if you wanted to use this knowledge for starting your own business, it's a yes. So we have Wondrous Universe, and it says walk in beauty. This is, again, see that he's a wizard, right? Wizards have that wisdom. We have the wisdom and we have the leadership. See, this is what I feel. Whatever you are learning, whatever knowledge you are gaining, it's something that you're going to be able to apply to either further your growth in a company, to get to a higher level within that company, or just to begin your business on your own. Okay, so if there is any contemplation that you've had of like, well, there's this course that I've kind of been thinking about, getting into, but I'm not sure, do it. Okay, because where that knowledge is going to take you is going to be great. Alrighty, so it is a yes from your celestial team, from God, from the universe. It is a big, big yes. Alrighty, now for the lovelies in the sign of Pisces. Thank you, dear Heavenly Holy Angels. Wow, that was fast. That was real fast. Thank you. For my lovelies in the sign of Pisces. What do you have for the lovelies under the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Thank you, angels. Next, please. What do you have for the lovelies under the sign of Pisces, please? What do they need to know right now that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good? Beautiful. This is so interesting. I'm getting so much, at the beginning it felt like it was relationships, but I'm getting so much right now For people making changes in career, I think people are done with settling, taking shiznit from the people that they work for, right? So this is coming very, very, very strong. So your tarot card here is the Four of Cups. And I know Four of Cups talks about love, emotions, feelings. But it's also, because it's about feelings, it's about not feeling emotionally fulfilled within the place that you are at. Right? Like sometimes you think to yourselves, is this it? Is this all that is here for me? I'm looking for more. Okay, so there's got to be more out there for me. And there is. Okay, with the Four of Cups, you may not see it. You may not expect it. But there is more out there for you. But it's time to seek. It's time to get yourself out of the comfort zone that you've been in. This is answering the call. The time is now. Okay, this is truly going and seeking out other opportunities that you are not even aware of, that are out there for you, that are better and best serving you. But if you don't explore these opportunities, if you don't seek them out, you're never going to know. But there is so much more out there for you. And it's time for you to do this now. I truly feel this has to do with what you're doing as a profession, what you do for work. It's like, again, I would like something more, but I also have a little bit of fear of, oof, I've been here for quite some time. What if I go someplace else and it's not as good as I hoped or what I was expecting? No. Do not lead with fear. You have to go in with certainty. Go to seek different companies and go with the one that feels right to you. Okay? And this is flexibility. So it's knowing that breaking out of that comfort zone is never easy, especially if you've been at a company where you've been with them for years. It's hard. It's hard to leave that, even if you're not happy, even if you're not content, even if you don't feel even motivated there. It's hard to break out of that, right? And also because it's what you know. It's what you know is secure for right now, right? So it's like making that change always feels very daunting. But know that you are fully supported and that it is time for you to seek something better for yourself that is going to make you feel more fulfilled, and is going to bring that happiness to you. Okay, huns? All right. Now we're going into Aries. Thank you, angels. What do you have for the lovelies under the sign of Aries, please? What do you have for the lovelies under the sign of Aries? What does Aries need to know, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What messages and guidance do our lovelies under the sign of Aries need to be made aware of, please? What do they need to know at this time that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good? Aries, please, for our lovelies under the sign of Aries. Thank you, angels. What do you have for our lovelies under the sign of Aries? What do you have for our friends and our lovelies under the sign of Aries? What do they need to know right now that is best going to serve their highest and greatest good, please? What do our friends under the sign of Aries need to know right now, please? What do our friends under the sign